Anyway, I'm saying this for my dear mummy, God rest her. Its French title, don't be put off, à la mode. Already one evening to go out with friends, to my mother I made my goodbyes. Then I faltered and haltered, aware once again of a terrible look in her eyes. You're not going out wearing that. You're not going out wearing that. The look of you now is quite beyond belief. And what, may I ask, have you on underneath? You're not going out wearing that. Quite useless to tell her I wouldn't stand out, that the others would all look the same. If she'd only compare me to Janice or Heather, she'd judge my appearance quite tame. Had I also the courage to further report that everyone now wears their dresses this short, and I'll not be considered fair game. But why don't you get your hair out of your eyes, or at least comb it back from your face? If lips and cheeks ashen, you say, are the fashion, I think that you look a disgrace. Then, when Niddy was ousted by Maxie, that style was the wrong thing to wear. Though modish and modest, the length was a hazard. I'd trip and fall headlong downstairs. The restrictions and comments I had to endure with respect to my clothes and my hair stretched back into childhood and seemed to me both as unjustified and unfair. While other girls all would have underwear chic and petticoats trimmed round with frills, my mother would warn that such items were useless at keeping at bay winter chills. No, you've got to go out wearing this, or you've got to go out wearing that. Minus one or the other, I'd just catch me death. So, in winter, a bodice, in summer, a vest. For my sake, she knew what was best. Over many a season in fashion and time, I'd no chance my opinions to voice. As I grew to my teens, and with money still tight, I still had no option or choice. But my mother believed that her habit to carp should not be construed as a vice. My interest at heart when she frequently said that it didn't cost much to look nice. When presented sometimes with a summery dress or an outfit, I know where she'd been. Up in the spare room, a slaving and working at night on the sewing machine. Alas for the outcome. The patterns she'd used were likely to be 10 years old, leaving me once again to my shame and dismay in the fashion stakes out in the cold. Oh, and how I would dream of a sweater or top that wasn't homemade, a hand knit, but one flattering, cosy, and figure-enhancing. In short, just a one that would fit. The length of the jumpers that hung on my frame made my misery total, complete, because just at that time it seemed everyone else would be wearing them tidy and neat. But hurrah for the moment at last, in the high street, young fashion came cheap off the peg. And a Saturday shop meant a last-minute job. I had no more from friends, borrow or beg. And better than that, soon a prevailing theme regarding the cut of one's clothes, a statement of style to proudly proclaim to the world, well, anything goes. And suddenly widespread, the charity shop, and outlets with clothes second-hand. No stigma attached to the purchase of these once expensive or designer brands. In time, mother's influence dwindled away to perhaps just a few muttered words if she didn't approve of a style that I chose. Look out, you'll be scaring the birds. At my daughter, my voice never rose in dissent, so her image with confidence shone. And I've never objected to clothes she has worn, except when she gets it all wrong. And surely the end of the matter is this, that as long as the public can bear it, the The song got it right when it said it is not what you wear, but the way that you wear it.